Ladies and gentlemen, children of God, welcome to yet another day. This is day 61 of our Bible reading challenge. If you're watching this on TikTok, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is supposed to be episode 94 of our Bible reading journey. And we are continuing with the story of the children of Israel. Today we'll be reading Numbers 16 and Numbers 17. And as I gave you some heads up, is that the book of Numbers is, you can divide it into three sections. The first section runs from Numbers chapter number 1 to Numbers chapter number 10 or thereabout. And it's all about the census, counting the children of Israel, knowing how many they are, how many are in each family, in each tribe, and so on and so forth. And then from Numbers 11 through to around 22, 23 or thereabout, you get to know the challenges that Moses went through. So I give you a heads up that in this section, we will be dealing, it's like we have a front row seat to this movie of the challenges that Moses was going through when leading the children of Israel. And so today we will be reading Numbers chapter number 16 and Numbers chapter number 17, and I kid you not, it's yet another challenge. You remember that first time it was Miriam and Aaron that were questioning whether Moses is the only one that God can use. They are saying, we too can be used. We too are prophets. We too have heard God. So God can also speak through us. And God struck Miriam with leprosy, right? But that did not stop people from questioning whether it's just Moses that can be used by God. And this is what we are going to get into today. But before we get into that, remember, this is technically not a short video. It's not meant to be a short video. This is not for entertainment. I know I have got friends and very concerned people that are asking me why I'm doing this, advising me that this cannot give me followers, this cannot give me subscribers on YouTube. Well and good. If I don't get, well and good. If there are people out there who would want to subscribe to or to follow my channels and my account based on what I'm doing, well and good. I thank God. But it is not meant for that. This is meant for that one person. As I said, I'm not here for thousands. I'm not here for hundreds. If they come, well and good. I'm not saying that I'm chasing people away. No. I'm just saying that if they come, well and good. But my main purpose of being here is to help that one person. If I got just one, not two, just one person that will walk the whole of this journey with, I'll be so happy. If I go to heaven, I may not, most people don't like getting associated with such things as this. So you may not find them in the comments saying I'm one of them. You may not. It's like porn. They say that porn sites are the most visited in the world, but you never hear anybody saying I am one of the people that visit it. No, it doesn't happen. So it's the same thing. I know there are people that are following secretly, silently, and but if I get to heaven and I'm told, because of what you did in 2026, 2027, because I know this will flow even into 2027, maybe up to where we started. So if I get to heaven and I'm told whatever you did in 2026 and 2027, these three people, or this one person actually followed it through and you helped them a lot, I'll be the happiest guy on that side of the world. Okay, so but that said and done, I've given the disclaimer. This may not be a short video. This also is not for entertainment, and it's not for me to get followers or get subscribers. It's just me, taking care of this burden that is on my heart. Okay, so we go to Numbers chapter number 16 and verse 1. The Bible says, "Now Korah, the son of Izhar, and the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the son Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. And they rose up before Moses. Now, this is not the secret complaining like the one I was talking about yesterday, or the day before yesterday, where people are complaining in their houses, and people are complaining, murmuring, are we just going to eat manna? Are we going to eat manna all the days of our lives? Can't we eat meat? Yet they have a cow they can slaughter, yet they have a goat they can slaughter, but they are saying God should rain meat from heaven, should give them meat, not just give them manna. Actually, that is what they were saying. In their hearts, in their houses, they were not complaining to Moses. But now these actually went before Moses. They took men and went before Moses. Let's hear this story. So, verse 2 says, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. That is a CV. These are the people that went now to confront Moses. What did they tell Moses? Verse number 3 says, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore then lift ye up yourself above the congregation of the Lord. They are asking a question. That may sound very legit. And I know it may sound very legit because it has been asked even in churches. I've had people asking me, what makes you more special than the congregation you lead? What makes you better than them? They are born again like you are. They believe in God like you are. God can use them to do miracles like you are. So these people come and tell Moses, the whole of the children of Israel, the whole of us are actually a holy nation. Very true. It's very true. God has redeemed us. We are a holy nation. We are his people. So they asked Moses and Aaron, why are you lifting yourself above us? Why do you want to be the only leaders? So actually they are telling Moses, you take too much upon you. You count yourself as so important. Why are you counting yourself more important than us? Verse number 4. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Lord will shew who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him, even him who he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. This do, take you censers, Korah, and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow, and it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. So this is like an argument, You are seeing yourself very important. So let's do this. You come and present incense before the Lord. Verse number 8, and Moses said unto Korah, Hear I pray you, ye sons of Levi. Seemeth it to you but a small thing unto you that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren the sons of Levi with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also? Now, remember, the tribe of Levi was set aside so that they would be helping Aaron and his sons to serve in the tabernacle. Actually, this is a fight of ministers. This is a fight of ministries. If we were in a church today, this would be a fight between the lead pastor and some of the people that he have brought in as elders, as what do we call them? Assistant pastors, and I'm looking for the word. Why does that word keep running away? elders in the church. Let me not think about it so much. It has gone. Elders in the church. So it is them that are saying, we can also preach. We can also hear from God. We can also be used by God. This is the fight that we're having here. Verse 11 says, for which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron that ye murmur against him? And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up. Okay, now, oh goodness, things never change. Some of the people that were actually, pushing the people to go against Moses and Aaron, they said they will not come. They said they will not come to this meeting. They despised Moses and Aaron this much that will not go there. Verse 13, is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us? Verse 14, moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance in fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. That is what they said. They sent messages. They said they will not go to that meeting that Moses was calling, and they say that the reason they are not coming is because Moses has not taken them where he had promised. He has not taken them to Canaan. Verse 15, and Moses was very wroth. He was very angry, and said unto the Lord, repent not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moses said unto Korah, be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they, and Aaron tomorrow. Verse 17 says, and take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers. Thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer and they did it. They were so confident in themselves. My goodness. And they took every man his censer and put fire in them and laid incense thereon and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. I don't know what they had used to convince the people to go against Moses. Verse 20, and the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And they fell upon their faces and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation, saying, get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. So they got up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tent, and their wives and their sons and their little children. And Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up, with all that pertains unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. My goodness. Verse 31, and it came to pass, as he had made end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appeared unto Korah, and all their goods. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. And all Israel that were around, and all Israel that was round about them fled, and at the cry of them, for they said, lest the earth swallow us up also. And there came and there came out a fire from the Lord and consumed the 250 men that offered incense. This is the bad thing. This is the mistake of following people that rise up against men of God without knowledge. You are convinced Pastor Nesh is bad, you are convinced that bishop is bad, and you start rising up, more so in this age of keyboard warriors, and you start typing things online, blah, 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 blah. Those people that followed, the guys that, started the revolution were swallowed. Then the 250 men that had followed them were burnt by the fire of the Lord. Verse 36, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, that he take up the censers out of the burning, and scatter thou the fire yonder, for they are hallowed. The censers of these sinners against their own souls, let them make them broad plates for a covering of the altar, for they offered them before the Lord. Therefore they are hallowed, and they shall be a sign unto the children of Israel. And Eleazar the priest took the brazen censers wherewith they that were burnt had offered, and they were made broad plates for a covering of the altar, to be a memorial unto the children of Israel, that no stranger which is not of the seed of Aaron come near to offer incense before the Lord, that he be not as Korah and as his company, as the Lord said to him by the hand of Moses. But on the morrow all the congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron, saying, Ye have killed the people of the Lord. So even after this, now people started saying, now Moses has killed the people of the Lord. Verse 42, and it came to pass when the congregation was gathered against Moses and against Aaron, that they looked toward the tabernacle of the congregation, and behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. And Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle of the congregation. Now, this is the reason why God is not always visible, even in our churches today. I think this is why. Because the children of Israel have been used to the presence of God so much that they treat him as their equal. The way they are behaving is like, even after God does something, spectacular, something that should make you fear, something that should make you tremble, they still turn around and do something else that makes you wonder, what is happening? Was this person here the other day when the earth swallowed people? Was they here when? Were they here when? Was this person here when fire burned people? Did they not know what led to that? Anyway, verse 44. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Get you up from among this congregation, that I may consume them as in a moment. And they fell upon their faces. And Moses said unto Aaron, Take a censer and put fire therein from off the altar, and put on incense, and go quickly unto the congregation and make an atonement for them, for there is wrath gone out from the Lord, the plague is begun. And Aaron took as Moses commanded and ran into the midst of the congregation, and behold, the plague was begun among the people. And he put on incense and made an atonement for the people. Verse 48, and he stood between the dead and the living, and the plague was stayed. Because of their murmuring, something broke out through the camp that it started killing the people from one end, moving on to the other end, like from east to west. And it took Aaron running with incense and standing between where the line had been drawn with the incense so that the plague would not kill everybody. My goodness. Verse 47, and Aaron took as Moses commanded and ran into the midst of the congregation, and behold, the plague was begun among the people, and he put on incense and made atonement for the people. Verse 48, and he stood between the dead and the living, and the plague was stayed. Now they that died in the plague were 14,700, beside them that died about the matter of Korah. And Aaron, verse 50, which is the last verse of number 16, and Aaron returned unto Moses unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the plague was stayed. My goodness. Number 17, verse 1, the Bible says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and take of every one of them a rod, according to the house of their fathers, of all their princes, according to the house of their fathers, 12 rods. Write thou every man's name upon his rod, and thou shalt write Aaron's name upon the rod of Levi. For one rod shall be for the head of the house of their fathers, and thou shalt lay them up in the tabernacle of the congregation before the testimony, where I will meet with you. And it shall come to pass that the man's rod whom I shall choose shall blossom, and I will make to cease from the murmurings of the children of Israel, whereby they murmur against you. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel, and every one of their princes gave him a rod apiece, for each prince one, according to their father's house, even 12 rods. And the rod of Aaron was among their rods. And Moses laid up the rods before the Lord in the tabernacle of witness. And it came to pass that on the morrow Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, and behold, the rod of Aaron for the house of Levi was budded, and brought forth buds, and bloomed, blossoms, and yielded almonds. Verse 9, and Moses brought out all the rods from before the Lord unto all the children of Israel, and they looked and took every man his rod. And the Lord, that's verse 10, and the Lord said unto Moses, bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony, to keep it for a token against the rebels, and thou shalt quite take away their murmurings from me, that they die not. And Moses did so as the Lord commanded him, so did he. Verse 12 says, and the children of Israel spake unto Moses, saying, behold, we die, we perish, we all perish. Verse 13 says, which is the last verse for us today, and the last verse of Numbers 17 says, whosoever cometh anything near unto the tabernacle of the Lord shall die. Shall we be consumed with dying? That is what they are asking Moses. But remember, there is a word of the Lord. I think they forgot. They used to forget very fast. So God has already told them that none of them will reach Canaan. That was 20 years and above. So all these things that are happening, even their rebellion, even their murmuring that brings plagues upon them, I believe it was just a wise way from the Lord's throne to remove them from the face of the earth. Before the 40 years were come to an end. Okay, so this Numbers 17 actually tells us the story. It's God setting the record straight. That nobody will ever again question whether Aaron was really the chosen one by God to be the priest. So he tells them to bring rods. Every family, the 12 tribes of Israel, every tribe to bring a rod, and then it was put in the tabernacle, and the rod of him whom the Lord had chosen, it blossomed. It brought forth leaves and flowers, and even we are told that it brought fruits. Imagine a rod that was cut a long time ago and is dried up, it blossoms, brings flowers and leaves and even fruits. And then that rod was Aaron's rod. It is to show that surely God has chosen Aaron to be the priest in the tabernacle. And for it, these people, I think even God noticed that they forget very fast. For them not to forget, he said that rod of Aaron will be put in the tabernacle in that state. It will continue to be in that state for, I don't know how many years, but it will continue to be in that state, so that the children of Israel will not continue murmuring. And whenever they see that rod, they will know that surely Aaron was the one that was chosen by God. That is our reading for today. I believe you have gotten blessed. I believe you have had a good time like I have. This one was a funny one. This one was a funny one. So until tomorrow, may God bless you. May God keep you. May God lift you higher than I am. Shalom.